日本時間17日、エンゼルスは右脇腹の炎症により今月4日から欠場している大谷翔平が負傷者リスト入りとなり、今季、残りの試合に出場しないことを発表しました。ペリー・ミナシアン GM は本拠地エンゼルスタジアム内で会見を行い、大谷が故障者リスト入りに至った経緯について、
彼はまだ右脇腹に痛みがあったので、15日の午後4時頃、MRI 検査を行った。小さな炎症が認められ、今季はプレーしない方が良いということになった。
と説明していました。また、大谷マニアとして知られる米専門局、FOX スポーツのアナリスト、ベン・バーランダー氏が、自身の番組の中で、大谷が故障者リスト入りした件について、見解を述べていましたので、日本語字幕付きでご紹介していきます。
Shohei Ohtani's 2023 season has come to an end. He has officially been put on the IL with an oblique injury and will miss the remainder of the season. Now, I'm going to discuss what I know about the situation, what I know about oblique injuries, reflecting back on this season that I do believe will result in his second AL MVP award, and a little bit more. But let's start with the recent news that had come out about him being put on the IL, meaning his season will come to an end. It kind of started in a weird way where last night, Friday night, it was just announced that his locker was empty, but there was no information on anything. The Angels wouldn't say anything about it. They said tomorrow, as in today, there would be an update, but it was just an empty locker and left everybody to speculating. And now today it is announced that the oblique injury is what he is going on the IL for. Now, look, here's what I know about obliques, right? They linger, and apparently his just continued to linger. And so instead of waiting and trying to wait till it's perfect, look, he's already 12 days removed from playing in games. And it makes no sense at this point to push it and risk further injury at this point in the season. So I absolutely believe that this is the right decision for him to be shut down for the remainder of the season and proceed forward on what this allows is for him to proceed forward on his arm situation and being able to assess what to do there and be able to attack that even earlier and not wait until the end of the season. So I do think this is the right move. And yeah, it's just obliques are really tricky, and they just continue to linger, and his definitely lingered. And look, Shohei's a gamer. He is such a gamer. He obviously wanted to come back, and whether anybody thought that was the right or wrong decision for a team that's not going to make the playoffs doesn't really matter. I think it just shows how much of a gamer Shohei Ohtani really is, and he wanted to play. He wanted to be out there. He wanted to continue his season offensively and put up more numbers. And unfortunately, this oblique injury just didn't allow that to happen, and it just continued to linger. So that's a decision ultimately that I do believe this is the right decision for him to shut it down. And I think the best part of that is it allows him to address the arm situation even earlier and attack that earlier as well. But I think now we're able to reflect back on, in my opinion, what will be his second AL MVP award. He won it in 2021. He was right there in 2022, the year Aaron Judge won it. And this year as well, I do believe he is ultimately going to win the award again. I think he was on pace. Had the arm injury not happened, we were on pace to see the greatest season of all time. And I said that in 2021 because it absolutely was the greatest season we've ever seen. And this season was certainly one-upping that. On the mound, fantastic. 10 wins, a 3.14 ERA. At the plate is where everything changed for Shohei this year. 304, these are his final numbers offensively on the season. He hit over 300, which is so cool. 304 batting average, 44 homers, 20 stolen bases, and 95 RBIs. Once again, a season of just dominance on the mound. The biggest domination we've ever seen from him at the plate this season. Another season of 40 homers and 150 plus strikeouts. He's the only player to ever do that. And this is the second straight year that he's ever done that. And add on top of it everything else that he is strikeouts per 9 up there with the best in the league. His opponent batting average up there with the best in the league. I also think this season he was the best offensive player in the American League. If he didn't throw a single pitch all year long, I think Shohei Ohtani is the MVP. Now, to say best offensive player in the league, I don't believe we can have that conversation without discussing Corey Seager and what he's done this year. Hitting 344, 31 homers on the year. It is ridiculous with the amount of games that he has played. But that has to be factored in as well. Shohei will ultimately have played more games than Corey Seager. And Corey Seager missed a big chunk of time this year, missed about, I think 40 games this year. So that has to be taken into consideration. Obviously, if Corey Seager played a full season hitting 340 with 45 homers or 40 plus homers, we're talking about one of the best offensive seasons of all time. But that is a really big chunk of time missed. So I think without throwing a single pitch, Shohei is still the AL MVP. But he did throw a lot of pitches, and he was really good. And that's why, in my opinion, he is absolutely the American League MVP.
また、ニューヨークポスト紙は、大谷について、
エンゼルスでの彼の時間は終わったようだ
と伝え、CBS スポーツも、
大谷翔平のシーズンが終わった。IL 入りでエンゼルスでの最後のプレーを終えた可能性が高い。
と報じていました。そんな悲しいニュースが飛び交う中、なんと17日の試合中に赤いパーカーを着た大谷が、ベンチに現れ、チームメイトと談笑する姿を披露し、世界中のファンを魅了しています。久しぶりの登場に球場は大歓声に包まれ、試合そっちのけで多くのファンは、スマートフォンを手に動画や写真を撮影するのに必死になっていました。またその様子が地元テレビ局でも放送され、大谷は9回、ブレッド・フィリップスが同点ホームランを放つと、身を乗り出して拍手を送っていました。米放送局、バリースポーツウエストが X で同シーンを投稿すると、
大谷は皆からどれだけ愛されてんの、笑顔を見ることができてよかった。これぞスーパースター、お祭りだ。
などと大きな反響を呼んでいました。試合後、フィル・ネビン監督は大谷について、
彼は良いチームメイトだよ。最近は治療をしたり、なんとか試合に出ようと、裏で準備をしていたので、なかなかダグアウトでは姿を見ることはなかったが、IL 入りになったことで、チームメイトたちと一緒にいたかったのだろう。それが彼だ。若い選手がたくさんいて、ノーラン・シャヌエルはキャリア初本塁打を放ったが、翔平からハイタッチをしてもらえて、それだけでも意味のあることだ。コーチや監督よりも翔平から何かあった方がずっと意味がある。
と話していました。なお、大谷は試合後、濡れた髪のまま黒い帽子をかぶり、白の T シャツ、ブルーの短パン、ビーチサンダル姿で、クラブハウスを後にしました。これからも大谷の活躍から目が離せません。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。